Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of the Sarcastic Prophet. I'm Romulus and this is the final piece of my Norn Guardian introduction area. I'm leaving the wolf shaman area and heading over towards the bear shaman area. That place was, during this test phase, a lot of people would go over there and there was times where there was, 20, 30 people. And I really just couldn't go anywhere near this place. It would get so laggy with the amount of people. I only got lag when there was people around me. Otherwise, I was fine. Even on high settings, I was fine. But as soon as I got a lot of people around me, it was impossible. This area is really, really close grouped together. You kick these trees to knock out these sons of Svanir, which are hiding, messing with the bears for some reason. You'll see me kick the tree, and down he'll come. And you see, there's always players, and I'm doing okay. But there was a point where it was so bad. I just couldn't. It was just, for me, it was even unplayable. This is part of, you do several things. You can either kill these guys, you can disarm the traps. You see there's a trap on the ground, disarm it, or you can come over to the water and get fish and feed the cubs. So I'm disarming some more traps. I think I'm going to kick this tree real quick, finish off this guy. You gotta be careful because people will start kicking trees and they would start getting cloistered up and you could get killed real quick if you weren't paying attention. Especially when you have a lot of people in the area, because it would scale real fast. You could get into trouble if you weren't careful. If you did like an AoE attack and you get like 6 of them on you, you're not going to survive. I don't care how skilled you are, they're going to hit you. They're going to knock you down. So, but hopefully, but it's good. Most people seem to get the res mechanic down. It didn't take them very long. People would ask in chat, "I need a res," but you didn't know where they were. So I'm talking to him, seeing what he needs to do. This is the mission. This is the heart mission for the bears spirit. I think over here. Do I grab a fish? Yeah, there's a little trap here, and I got this huge fucking dinosaur fish. I'm like, all right, how do I deal with this? Now I pressed 1 by accident, and I accidentally eat the fish myself. I was like, what happened? You have to actually talk to the cub. That was not very clear in the mission. You actually have to go, when you actually pick the fish up, go to the little bear cubs. The bears themselves don't want it. It's the little cubs. And after that, I moved on. This is the starting area for your main quest line. You have to go find someone who's missing. And I recorded this with my instance and with people that were in the area. So you can kind of see the differences of how this actually worked. And it's not very long. It was short and sweet, but it was really, really good. And I get to show off my great sword moves here, which I think is some of the most powerful. Most classes who use this weapon can do a lot of damage. I probably did just as much, if not more, than the warrior. So the only thing, of course, with the Guardian is I don't have escape mechanics. Once you commit to a fight, you're there without physically walking away. Get a little stun there. I don't have any anti-stun abilities yet. I need to look to see if there any are. Let's see. These guys had strange voices and these little cute children voices. Didn't seem to match their demeanor at all. So I'm trying to pick this flower, but I also find this toy sword on the ground, which starts, as you can see, like you know, oh no, there's a child involved. And I was like, man, these guys have sacrificed the child. They gotta die. And there's the elemental there. He's guarding the actual flower that you gotta pick. very, that whole spin to win is quite powerful if you have everything on you. Oh, I hate those stupid stunts. And there's a flower. I'll go ahead and pick that. And that completes this quest. You see in the background here, I went to Lion's Arch. And you can see in the back, you saw that huge diving board. And I was like, alright, I'm going to go and see what that's all about. And here I am, getting undressed for my dive into the lagoon. I had to do this, it looked way too cool. This guy has an awesome keg of ale he's holding. I had to do something to be as awesome as he was. You climb the top. Now, the very top of this has a portal and a speed boost. You have to get the speed boost, otherwise you'll hit the ground and go splat. There's the portal. So yes, you can port up here. And here's the speed boost here. You can pick whatever you... There we go. It's quite high up. You're supposed to be able to like do flips and stuff when you fall down, but this is the first for Guild Wars because you couldn't do this for the first one. Here we go. Yeah. Splash.
I've never heard the calling, but I feel like
I was like, wow, look at this.
When the time comes,
there's a sunken city. I was like, oh no, jellyfish. I was like, okay, they won't attack me. Good. Whew. Although I had my water weapons leveled up. And I'll show those. And this is the end of my playing around series, and I'll start showing my weapon videos, which is just a compilation of just going through the different weapon sets and seeing all what they do. Hopefully that kind of helps out a little bit. You see different kinds of combinations, that kind of stuff. And I want to swim kind of out in the deep water, and I see a huge humpback whale. I was like, what is this? Of course, he wasn't that big. You actually get up to him. I thought he was going to be far away, but he wasn't. Like a little baby. Still thought it was pretty cool. He just sits there, though. He doesn't move. So I want to swim out even deeper, and then it just goes like this weird black, and there's like an invisible wall. And I was like, oh, man. I want to see some of the cool stuff out there. I love the underwater part. Some people hate it. I played, like I said, Dark Age of Camelot, Trials of Atlantis. People hated that because the controls were clunky. But this is really smooth and polished. A lot of fun. Your abilities have a three-dimensional effect, like they've said. This spear, I think, has the ability to... the fifth ability, when you hit them, it actually makes them sink. These things were weird. I don't know what they were. They didn't do anything. But they look pretty cool. I like the colors. Swimming controls are very, no pun intended, very fluid. And I love the bubbles effect. Just made it really cool. And you gotta be careful though. When you get into some underwater combat, the water will just start churning up real bad, and it gets kind of hard to see. Here I am playing around with some of my spear abilities. If you get into a close tunnel, a very tight-knit tunnel, and everybody's spamming their water attacks, it can get a little hectic because you can't see. They may have to have an option to turn down the particles a little bit. I like the big particle effects. I think it's pretty cool. Here's some more. I was exploring these underwater statues, and you can see this is part of Lion's Arch at one time. And it was really, really cool. There's the mask you wear. Well, it looks like I'm like a cyborg. And the water splasher is actually kind of cool. And that's where I jumped. It's got some waterfalls. It's a really cool area. Lion's Arch has to be so far one of my favorite places. Yeah, it's an NPC town, but it is really cool. There's all kinds of like ships and stuff everywhere that are used for housing. It's like a pirate town. I finally get out of the water, and I thought it was an actual player, but it's not, just a local guy. That sword was ridiculous. I got that sword from my level 10 quest that you turn in for your storyline, and you had a choice of different weapons. I know with the warrior I had a choice of the gun or the hammer. I was like, oh man, he's following me. No, it's just a NPC.
You are a welcome guest.
So, in this part, I found out about the sleep animation. When you go to sleep, I'm sleeping on the beach, so this was awesome. But when you start jumping, you stay prone. Thought that was ridiculous. I saw somebody else doing that. I'm sure it's beta, of course. It'll be fixed. But it was still funny to see. I love the color, especially at night. This is a really cool place. Lots of quests to do here too. This was one of the fun quests. You may have heard about this, where you actually throw snowballs at children. There's the newbie starting area, and then north of it you have to go through the little path on the left. You'll come to this town. And one of the main events is starting where the children accidentally start a moot by dropping jars of honey. And all these bears come rushing in. Oh, a lot of bears. And I just come to the tail end of it, and they've already killed a good chunk of the bears. I mean, there's a lot of bears that come. When you first see them coming, it's like an army of bears. You can see all the corpses on the ground. It's incredible. When I first saw it. There's little piles of snowballs on the ground, and they do deplete. There's like 2 or 3 balls out of each pile. And you see it in your hand. And then part of the heart mission quest here is to hit the children with the snowballs, I guess, to keep them occupied. Here I am about to do it. You actually have a little cone effect you can miss. It's too funny.
One day, I'm going to build my own lodge and place the
Oh
every
gosh.
animal and tier. Bears,
And you'll see them running around, throwing snowballs at each other.
what about a great drooling
And if they're moving, it's really hard to hit them. I think I got one. See, I'm going to miss here. Yeah, I missed. It's just too funny. You just keep doing it over and over and over again. Oh, that's ridiculous. In this area, I move on top of this mountain. You can see, if you go around that edge. So this is quite a journey, but up to that point, there's all these little holes in the ground. And these bunnies come out of it, and you have to pick up bunny feed. You can see the bunnies will knock you down and get the food. And so you have to help the people doing it. Whoever picks up the bag of feed, you have to scare the bunnies away. As you see, oh, he's got it. They'll knock you down. As you can see, there's so many of them. It was just a ridiculous quest. But as you turn the feed in, you gotta do a lot. It was several bags of feed. And this girl's gonna make it, I think. Yep. See, the bunnies won't go on that little brown patch. Turn it in, and you actually, as you get your bar will fill up as you do more and more, and then you get access to the rewards. And the reward, the spirit. This is the spirit of the hare, and the reward is pretty nice. Let's see if I've got it. I think I got it. Here it comes up. Yeah, here's the reward screen for completing this stuff. Of course, the girl next to him wants you to collect Yeti fur. She's obsessed with this fur. See, so I got that +3 for snow leopard. This one's actually +4% damage, crit damage for. I was like, wow. I had enough karma to buy it, so I bought it and replaced it. And pretty nice. You can't use both. I tried. It wouldn't let me do it. So, anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching The Sarcastic Prophet, and I will see you next time.